of our last game, obviously everything was clicking, and I thought we were playing really well against Portland, and so I felt like this game was a bit of a test for us to see if, if it was, like Laura said, if it was, a one-hit wonder type game, or if we can consistently, play well and make sure everybody's clicking and we're doing the things we're supposed to be doing, the jobs that each of us are supposed to be doing. So in terms of the game, I thought that we did that. I thought that, right now, I think that, we won the league with this game. So we're now in first place, so we get home field advantage, so that's huge. So we had a lot of motivation coming into this game, but I thought we played really well, so I'm happy with how it went. It's kind of funny, people ask this question fairly frequently. It's the commentators in the games will say, at the beginning of the season, the commentators were saying that, oh, the Reign have been winning, but they haven't played anybody good. But everybody in this league is good, and that's kind of a frustrating part, is that, even though the Dash aren't in first place, or, they're, I don't know what place they're in, 5th or 6th, something like that? Yeah. Okay, so even though they're in 8th, I don't think we came into this game thinking that it was going to be easy. They obviously they have some quality players in Aaron McLeod, Van Klingberg, and Becky Edwards, so we knew that defensively that, they had some solid players, but it's whether or not they can put the ball in the back of the net, which was, I think, similar to us last year. Nobody wants to play, the team that's hard to beat or that has a fight in them. So I think, the Dash has that going on for sure. So I think that, it's just a matter of whether or not they could put those chances in the back of the net.
I think just overall, to really sum it up in a nutshell, we could talk about a lot of things that didn't go well or did go well for us. But I think the one thing that you saw is a really, really good team with a lot of experience playing against a very young team. And, at the end of the day, you've got to sometimes sit back and just give credit to the opposition, and that's what we'll do. So I think they were fantastic. This is the vision of the way they play, is the vision that we have of what we want our team to look like, and we know it's going to take time. But Seattle's very, very good. Tonight, for whatever reason, I just felt like we came out and respected them way too much. I thought it was 20 minutes before we ever made a tackle. Players got close and then said, you know what, this is close enough. And when you play a team like Seattle, they will shred you like they did us when you give them that kind of time. They're just too good. It would, it's kind of like, equating it to, for years, how Barcelona just destroyed teams because nobody could get close to them, and then all of a sudden Mourinho figures out, he makes it a little bit physical, and he starts to put bodies on bodies, and realizing that they don't like that, and now other teams kind of figure out how to do it. And I thought tonight, that was probably the disappointing thing for me, was I just felt like we didn't come out, we were just soft, and we respected them way too much. And you can't do that with a good team, or you're going to be down to like we were.
It was funny because Laura, my coach, was like, oh, it'd be nice if you just scored, within a minute, because that's what happened against Portland. And it happened today, so it's kind of was funny. But it was nice to get a quick goal and to kind of work off that. It feels good because, I haven't really been scoring all year, so it feels good to get some goals in right now.
Okay. For us, I think positives were the goals we scored, and that we controlled the game for the majority of the time. I think there was a 10-15 minute period in the second half when they got into it and scored their goal, but once they scored their goal, it sort of kicked us back into life again, and we pushed on again, and we were able to make substitutions, which we wanted to do, which was a positive. Yeah, and I just think the only disappointing thing was probably conceding the goal.
It's extremely unnecessary and extremely just laughable almost. I'm sorry, it is. It's just, we've been playing in this for 20 years. We need a water break. It's timing is, yeah.
When you start the game, I guess with the kickoff, and then you have a water break, and then you have a kickoff at halftime, and then four starts in the game, and I guess the disappointing thing for me is 3 of those 4 we gave up a goal within the first couple of minutes after the restart, and I think it kills some momentum, and we could go on and on whether you should have it or not. I'm all for protecting players and the players' health. I mean, I think we are, and I think Kealia is too. But I think at the same time, I I worry more, I told Sebastian this earlier, I worry more about playing 5 games in 14 days than I do playing them when it's a little bit hot outside. So I think we got other issues besides a water break that's, that we need to address if we're really worried about player health and player safety.
I mean, it's definitely necessary. Obviously, it's different. It kind of slows the game down. You're able to talk about what you need to fix, but you also need water. So it was nice for us.
I don't really have any. I got a phone call yesterday saying that they were probably going to do it. I said, okay, fine. I think we're used to in the league controlling how we manage that ourselves. Obviously, we saw it in the Men's World Cup, and I don't know whether that triggered the fact that we, as a league, wanted to do that too. But yeah, I mean, maybe we could have had it in from the start of the season. But it wasn't something that I asked for or pushed for. I just literally got a phone call yesterday saying that they were going to do that. And I think we just need to make sure that we do it at the right times in the right way, and the referees are the ones that control it and not the staff or the players. And if that's the case, then we have to go with that.